It feels like every day a new celebrity announces an NFT project that you've just gotta buy. They hype you up, send you to a Discord group, and they promise you a roadmap, riches, and bitches. In other words, they promise you the world. That is, right up to the day of the mint. But I want to know what happens after that, after everyone buys in. What happens to the thousands of fans who just invested into their favorite celebrity? Do they go to the moon and get rich? Or do the fans lose money? That's what we're discussing today. I've gathered 20 celebrity NFT projects, and I want to take you on a where are they now journey. I didn't pick them ahead of time knowing which ones are doing poorly or doing well. And let me say ahead of time, this is not about, what is a scam, what's not. And I'm definitely not endorsing any of these projects. Scam. I just want to look at the facts. Like, how are all these projects doing? What was the price? What is the price today? And my hope is that by zooming out, we can get a macro view of whether it's a good idea to invest in celebrity NFTs in the first place. We're going to start with Justin Bieber, who promoted a project called the In-Betweeners, which is a collection of bear NFTs. And it's the first thing you see when you click on his Instagram with 254 million followers. At an initial mint price of 0.27 Ethereum, the project has been pretty popular for the most part, even though sales have dried up a little bit, despite Justin continuing to support it. The current price is down about 30%, which in this market is decent and can be described as not a total disaster, which is more than I can say for our next celebrity example, Tekashi 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is known for many things. He's known as being a rapper in the most technical of senses. He's known as being a snitch in the most legal of senses, but he's also known as being a serial NFT promoter. He's one of the few people on this list, actually, who's promoted multiple projects. The first one, Trolls, had an initial mint price of 2 Solana, but Trolls was accused of being a scam when 6ix9ine didn't deliver on the promises. Big shock. And it quickly plummeted to 1% of its original price, and even Tekashi 6ix9ine admitted it was basically a cash grab, but that his next project, called Gine, would be different.
A lot of you guys are wondering what happened with 6ix9ine's last NFT project. I want to first start off by saying I apologize. I apologize because I jumped in to the NFT community without knowing what an NFT was. I didn't know what an NFT was. I didn't know what crypto was. I wasn't well informed. It was a paid partnership that I took advantage of, and I said, you know what, let me get into something that I don't know that much about.
These are so big, you can't even close your hand properly.
Doing that, I extremely apologize for that being done. What makes this so different, what makes...
My brother, holy shit, man. Look, there's like a whole radiator.
Gine NFT collection so different is that it's not a paid partnership. This is my brand.
So with all that said, was Gine different? How did it do?
Nah, that's goofy.
Well, not great. The original price was 0.22 Ethereum, which you can now buy for 0.035 Ethereum. So the price has fallen by like 85%.
What is this?
And things aren't going well. It looks like more of the same. Now, for the record, the reason I'm using Ethereum and Solana prices instead of pricing everything in US dollars is because with crypto crashing, I want to eliminate the fluctuations in the crypto market as much as possible. I think it's unfair to say this NFT costs $4,000, now it costs $2,000 without acknowledging, okay, well, Ethereum has fallen by 50%. So the idea is by pricing everything in the currency it was bought in, we can ignore these fluctuations and focus on actually how the project did. And with that said, let's talk about one of the worst celebrity NFT projects this year, Lana Rhoades' CryptoSys. Now, we've kind of covered this in detail already. CryptoSys was a hot mess and not the kind people were expecting. There were too many promises, way too many disappointments. And at a mint price of 0.1 Ethereum, the project is now down over 99%. And what did Lana Rhoades do about it? She accused her followers of being too negative and said they put her in a bad headspace, and she's left the internet because of it. But not all NFT projects go poorly. And up next, we've got a good example of a project that's doing well. We're talking about Gary Vee with his V friends. And I've got to say, he's kind of crushing it with stick figure caliber drawings, proving, once again, it's not about how good your art is because these are 5-year-old doodle level drawings, but they're selling for the price of an economy car. With a mint price between 2.5...
Isn't it the guy who like spews like business advice, like, and he yells at people in classes on TikTok or whatnot? I saw some of the clips of this guy. He's kind of cooked.
5 Ethereum and 0.5 Ethereum. Early investors are very happy. Their investments are up several $100s. I think they're selling for like over 6 Ethereum now. And I think the X factor is obviously
so
Gary
annoying.
Vee himself and the project's exclusive access to VCon, which is an NFT event he throws every single year. Now, as a quick reminder, I'm not endorsing VFriends. I don't think you should go buy one just because the
Gary's height, he can be annoying.
price went up
my God, my
before
mods are
doesn't
buying his
mean it will
products.
continue to go up. And our next celebrity
Pac-Man,
is a great
Pac-Man,
example of
Pac-Man,
this.
Pac-Man,
Reese Witherspoon is a
Pac-Man,
famous
Pac-Man,
actress
Pac-Man.
who promoted the NFT project called World of Women with a media deal to produce movies and TV shows. And at first glance, it seems like a slam dunk promotion because at an initial mint price of 0.08 Ethereum, it's now selling for a lot more than that. So if you'd invested early, when she first tweeted about it, you'd be doing pretty well. However, her biggest announcement came in the middle of February, which is actually near the top of the price of World of Women. So if you had invested then, you'd basically be down 75% of your original investment, which makes this project a good example of it's not what you buy, it's also when you buy it. Now, keeping with this theme of female celebrities in crypto, we're going to move on to our next example.
Guys, what do I feel like after the initial hype? I mean, look at this. Show me the figures again. It seems like it's all like that. It's all like this, and it goes down, and never comes back up ever again. It seems like they're all the same thing. They all have either the bubble early or bubble late, and then down and never comes back up. What about like BTC?
Original investment, which makes this project a good example of it's not what you buy, it's also when you buy it. Now, keeping with this theme of female celebrities in crypto, we're going to move on to our next example, Lindsay Lohan. She promoted something called the Canine Cartel NFT, which is a dog NFT minting for 0.05
Did you
Ethereum.
guys know that
Fast
Gary
forward
Vee
to
still
today,
kisses his
Lindsay
dad
has
on the lips?
deleted her tweet promoting
Google
it, and the project is down 90%. Now, this whole thing of delete and distance isn't exactly an original idea. Many celebrities have figured this out. It's what John Wall did, who's a basketball player who created the Baby Ballers NFT, which we've also talked about. Its website is now deleted, but originally it was minted for 0.15 Ethereum and is now also down 90%, with most investors being unable to sell their NFTs at all. And this is just kind of a recurring trend. Athletes and bad NFTs really go well together. Our next celebrity, Tyson Fury, follows the same pattern. He had a collection that minted for $330 to $550, and it's unclear if you can even sell these now because basically no one wanted them in the first place. Only a few hundred sold, so he didn't make a lot of money. But you know who did make a lot of money? Floyd Mayweather. Floyd launched Floyd's World at a mint price of 0.15 Ethereum, and it sold pretty well. But currently, they're selling for less than 1% of their original mint price, which, judging from their onboarding video, makes sense, because this isn't exactly a high-budget operation.
Welcome, everyone. Do you want to learn how to gain access to Floyd's World?
Please
It's easy.
stop showing
Just follow
videos
me.
depicting furries on your stream.
Honestly, no,
If you
I
do
don't. I
not,
think
I
I'm
will
good.
contact my
But we're going to keep with this
associates
theme
and
of
cut the
bad
funding to
NFT
your
animations
project.
for our next celebrity,
you in
Kevin
advance.
Hart, who recently released a project called Confessions from the Heart, which is part NFT project, part Roku animated series, which is supposed to promote it. Except the Roku animated series is like almost indescribably bad for someone who has access to millions of dollars.
This is when I realized you just don't know who people are.
It looks like a college student's project or something. And if Floyd's animations are so bad, they're almost funny, Kevin Hart's animations are so bad that they aren't funny at all. The only thing that might be funny is this project's current price. It's down already 50% in only a month, which it's just rough. I mean, what did you expect, guys? Mike Tyson is up next with a personal NFT collection, which he sold for 0.15 to 0.5 Ethereum. Not much to say here. The prices are considerably down from its all-time high in September.
Man.
I'm sure you've noticed sort of a trend here where projects have a boom and then a bust. They initially get hype, they get sales, and then over time, the celebrity and the holders just kind of lose interest in the NFT. And that kind of makes sense. It's hard to maintain
not the
that
same
initial
guy.
hype,
It's just-
no matter how good the intention.
It's the same product.
And that's the lesson
Shit,
of our
man.
next celebrity, Steph Curry, who created a famous
Dude,
basketball
You're selling shit to shitlords. Like, I don't know what you expect. It's a shit product.
NFT collection called the 2974 collection. And it was a big deal because he said that 100% of profits would go to charity, which sounds great. But at an initial mint price of $500, the initial hype was high, and now the price is significantly lower than that, and sales are mostly
more
dead.
NFT I
So I
don't
guess
have
the
NFTs.
question is,
I have
how do you
shitcoins.
avoid these boom-bust cycles of hype and then disappointment? Well, many NFT celebrities have tried a lot of different things. Some, like French Montana, a rapper, experiment with real-world utility. French Montana's project is called Coke Boys Kicks, which was pitched as a digital sneaker, which is paired with like a physical one. Now, this project just wasn't unique enough to escape the fate of many NFTs before them, and Coke Boys kicks are now down nearly 80%. So it's hard to avoid the death.
That's not even a bad idea either. Like, I mean,
Now,
I
this
don't want to be a
project
shill
just
about it.
wasn't unique.
But like, if you're gonna spend like $100 on some shit garbage that's virtual, at least you're getting something physical out of it, right? Like, at least you can say,
enough
oh
to
look,
escape the fate
I got scammed out there, but at least I got this.
of many NFTs before them, and Coke
This isn't
Boys
the end of the
kicks
world, to be
are now
honest.
down nearly 80%. So it's hard to avoid the death of hype, although some manage it better than others. Our next group, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of, it's the Nelk Boys. They released their project called Metacard at an initial mint price of 0.75 Ethereum and sold $23 million. However, even so, the price has only dipped like 20% in the last several months, which frankly really surprised me. I mean, I guess the Nelk fan base just won't let this one die, which fair enough. Neither will our next example, Stan Lee's NFT collection. Wow, that's a bad segue. Let's talk about that though. I mean, what a disaster that was. He released something from Beyond the Grave called Chakraverse NFT, and obviously it's not his fault. It's some like greedy corporate estate which released it in its name
so
and
cooked.
at a mint price of $200 for crappy art. I imagine the Marvel's execs are pretty proud. Okay, maybe that's a cheap shot at Marvel Studios, but then again, you know what else is cheap? These NFTs now. They're down 75% from their initial mint price, which again is just sort of the norm across these celebrity NFTs. Regardless of where you look, most of the NFT market tends to do worse after the mint. It's just how it is. Even so-called real artists like Grimes will release stuff like, you know, this Earth collection she did. Originally, it'll cost $7,500, and now it's selling for $200. ASAP Rocky faced the same problem with his project, which initially sold for $2,000 and is now selling for $400. And that's not even to talk about all the
10%.
cash grabs going on. You also have things like Little Uzi Vert with his Eternal Beings NFT, which initially minted for 2.5 Solana, and now he's abandoned the project and it's basically become unsellable. These abandonments happen all the time too, because you have people like Jake Paul. He releases the Sacred NFT project or partners with it, and now he abandons it and it's down 90%. So not only do you have to worry about the general problem of hype dying, you also have to worry about your celebrity just abandoning the project in general. And I know this has been a lot, so I kind of want to summarize a lot of this information I just gave you. Let's kind of recap how these projects
I guess it all
go.
depends by how committed and how tight the people that follow you are, which I think is kind of even scarier. I think with you know, I think YouTube is people are more connected and more tight than like a fan base of some random celebrity or whatever.
I've shared 20 of them with you,
probably even worse
and
for
of those
streamers.
20,
Yo.
only 2 of them are
Aware.
still above mint price, VFriends and World of Women. Another 2 of these projects were at least close to their initial mint price, maybe within 20 or 30%,
Look at all
while the
these
rest
rich
are down
assholes
nearly
scamming
90
their
to
fans with
99%
NFTs,
and are
like who
basically
would knowingly do
worthless. So
something
what's
that
the
will
lesson?
cause their
Well,
fans
firstly,
to lose
celebrity
money
NFTs
clueless.
are definitely not about the art. The most successful project is a series of scribbles. So if anything, I learned that NFTs are just about building and maintaining hype. And the truth about hype is that it's easy to build at first because you can just promise people anything, but it's hard to deliver on and maintain in the long run. The other lesson that I learned, which I haven't talked about much, is that there's an asymmetric risk to buying NFTs. Because while the average investor of these NFT projects has lost a lot of money, all the celebrities who delivered on them made money. I mean, it's very easy to make money selling an NFT because you can make them for cheap and sell them for hundreds to thousands of dollars. Which means that while it's a big risk for you as a buyer, it's not a risk at all for the celebrity, which might be why they like them so much. And for these reasons,
no
and the
product.
general risk of scams and rug pulls, and the fact you'd be relying on a celebrity for
The
your
One
financial
Piece is
well-being,
real.
I'd have to say celebrity NFTs are a bad bet.
I jumped in to the NFT community without knowing what an NFT was. I didn't know what an NFT was. I didn't know what crypto was. I wasn't
knows what it is
well
anyway.
informed.
Which I guess,
Bro.
did I really have to prove that in the first place? No, you probably already knew that. But I think it was interesting taking a look at the life cycle of these different NFT projects, and I hope you've learned something.
That's interesting.
It feels
Yeah, I guess the Nelk community is they're like really really tight. That's all, and they keep it afloat because that's the only thing that keeps it afloat. It's like relevance and marketing and just ongoings.
Try
So
hard.
if there's no boat to fucking put the stuff on, I mean, it just sinks at the bottom. man.